The reason that many so-called prophets felt a need to say something before the election is because they were seeking relevance and significance. And they needed some invitations when COVID lifts. And if I can say, I prophesied that Donald Trump would be president, then, I mean, they only had a 50-50 chance of being right. So don't go print up your business cards just yet. And so what they're saying after the election is a lot of backtracking and justification. And I believe we have all heard one prophet in particular who said that he prophesied that Trump would be reelected, and then had a dream of Biden taking the oath of office. And he asked God, "What are you saying?" And the answer was, this election is not determined yet in the spirit. So either God was confused or that prophet was. Right. Because I'm pretty sure God knew who was going to be elected. For those who heard a prophecy in 2016 that Trump would be elected, and then he was, so they threw all their support because it was prophesied, we have to understand that just because God knows something does not mean God endorses that thing. He simply knows. And I think at some point, the reason there's a lot of goofiness and foolishness in the church is because we ignore a lot of things that happen. We're afraid to talk about it. We're afraid to mention names. We're afraid that if I say something about that person, they know something about me because we all know something about everybody. And so we don't want to talk about it. But a false prophet, we're going to have to deal with this at some point. Because a false prophet is not just someone who prophesies falsely, although that has to be addressed. But a false prophet is someone who prophesies for a false god. And a false god is not just Baal. Sometimes the false god is money. Sometimes the false god is religion. Sometimes the false god is my ministry. And when I have to prophesy out of those things because I need money to keep my ministry going, and so my prophecies are addressed based on how I can make the most out of that situation, you're a false prophet, even if you're a true prophet.